1148, one male, go ahead.
4170, I'm northbound 5, north Wairika on ramp, providing 1148. Per request to exit 1 in Oregon.
Wairika 1148, one male, north from northbound 5, north Wairika on ramp to exit 1 in Oregon. Go ahead with beginning mile.
4170, 7422.
I'd imagine you get a lot of hitchhikers through here.
7422 at 1305 hours.
What was that?
I'd imagine you get a lot of hitchhikers through this park because it's like a weird.
I've already given one a ride today at the same spot.
It's kind of like a weird bottleneck, you know, for where normally we could go up the state roads, but there's not much going on this state roads.
Once you get so far, there's no other way to get there unless you walk.
Yeah, I mean,
dirt roads, but you'll be walking a long time with no water, no nothing. I saw you sitting there earlier, nobody's giving you a ride, so I thought I might as well give you that benefit.
No way.
Get you a few miles up the road.
I have a feeling you know how much I appreciate it.
Oh, I know. The guy I gave a ride today, he's pretty thankful.
That's one thing I've loved about hitching is you kind of like let go of control.
Yeah.
And you kind of see that the world's not as bad of a place as like the news wants you to think. I mean, you still have to keep your guard up and be attentive, of course, but I think most people are pretty amazing in my opinion. I've yet to make it out of the country. How about you?
What's that?
I said I've yet to make it out of the country with my travels. How about you?
Oh, I've been to the U.S. Virgin Islands
Wow, cool.
on a cruise ship. I did that.
So like St. Croix and St. Thomas, right?
Yeah, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. Martin. Beautiful. Too dang hot for me though. Too humid. I went swimming with stingrays. That's something I'll never do again. That was fun. Oh, I just like being at home, working in my garden, going fishing, going hiking. That's what I like to do on my time off.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hiking. I grew up an eighth of a mile from the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, right on.
So like as a kid, I remember being 6 and my grandparents telling me that the trail went 1,100 miles either direction. And that just blew my mind.
Yeah, officer that just retired, he's been doing that. Trying to walk the whole thing.
You know, I hope to someday, but I get my attention split so many ways. There's so much to do and see and love in the world.
Oh, there's some areas around here that blow your mind.
You know,
So freaking beautiful.
214 Wairika.
and I feel like sometimes people are so busy going to these main attractions that they go from place to place and never really integrate into the area much. more. I mean, I don't know. There's something to it. I don't even know how to put it in words. You know, when you break it down to the bare minimum, it leaves you like little gaps in your life that don't seem like much, but that, you know, really give you a chance to like explore in other areas. Any thoughts about where you'd want to do your tiny home?
Idaho.
Idaho, yeah. I haven't explored much yet.
Beautiful state.
You like hot springs?
Yes, they're all over there.
There's one named after the guy I'm named after. It's a Jeremiah Johnson hot spring. You been?
He was my favorite book when I was in school. I must have read that 50 times.
Yeah, that guy, I read up on it because, you know, my father was like a hunter-gatherer from Lithuania is where his father came, and it's like in our heritage. And I was named after the actual guy. You know, he has some crazy stuff, some dark stuff too. They called him Liver-Eating Johnson. Because when the Crow killed his Blackfoot Indian wife, he went on a 25-year vendetta, killed 280 of them, and ate all their livers. Because they thought they needed it to go, or they felt that they needed it to go to the next realm. But after 25 years, they were fine. They were cool then. They like made amends.
Sweet.
But that guy was like 6'4", but back then that's huge.
Yeah, he's a giant.
Robert Redford, I mean, that was such a good part, I thought, for him.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I heard a story that his agent told him if he did that, his career was shot, not to take the movie. And
One of his best movies ever.
And he loved the idea, and it turned out to like be exactly one of the best movies.
Lamborghini. Second one I've seen today.
I don't know, that's a cool color for a Lamborghini.
$300,000.
I couldn't afford the insurance.
I couldn't afford the mechanic when it breaks down.
Oh man.
Yep, going tiny has been on my mind for a long time. I'd rather have something small, easy to clean, easy to keep warm, and spend my time exploring.
That's it. And then it gives you a chance if you ever want to cut roots and go somewhere else. It's not too difficult. What's nice is that it's more accepted now too. I mean, not that you need to feel accepted, but it's not just accepted, it's like celebrated now. I have a theory that things are going to start, it's going to get lighter and lighter as far as the trend goes, and I'm just 10 years ahead of the wave, you know. Eventually it's going to be down to a backpack, and I kind of think it's potentially a product of maybe climate change and our natural instinct to prepare that, you know, we're going to have to go north-south a little bit. If things get rough with the weather, potentially over the next 100 years, we might have to have whole cities be like the snowbirds in Canada.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on. All over.
I'm sorry?
The whole world, all around the whole world.
Yeah.
It's unrest. Earth's not happy, volcanoes are erupting.
I like what the natives said, supposedly, and I heard this, you know, secondhand, but supposedly a lot of different indigenous cultures said that there's this myth about the 7 generations, how if we step aside from nature for 7 generations, after 7 generations, the earth will either go back to the earth and the old ways, or will get flicked off like the fleas we are, is the theory. And, you know, if you think back to like the Industrial Revolution, that was maybe like 130, 150 years ago, maybe. I don't know, I'm not a history major. But, so they all think, all those spiritual circles, some of them think that this is about to be like us either going back to the indigenous or going back to the indigenous. I mean, it's fun to imagine, who knows? I kind of thought things were going to go a lot worse than they did this last year, to be honest. It was rough, but, you know, in the beginning, just that toilet paper scare, that sounds silly, but that was scary. You didn't know what else was going to disappear. a big reason why I like got ready to like, you know, backpack the John Muir Trail and you know, get all my skills prepared so that I could just have 2 weeks of food and a bear canister on my back, you know, be able to purify water. And I wasn't even afraid so much of the virus, honestly, as much as I was the social unrest and the potential to disrupt everything.
Yeah, I've been stockpiling a lot of stuff. Dehydrated foods,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
You can't be too safe, I mean.
Cases of water, toilet paper.
You can still do that and not assume it's going to happen. You know, you can just
Yeah.
prepare for the worst and expect the best. So do you watch like tiny home videos on YouTube?
Which ones?
Do you watch like tiny home videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
You know,
About every day.
You know, when I was in Colorado, in Denver, there's a person, they did like tiny home visit tours on Airbnb. It's called Airbnb Experiences.
Yeah, man, that's nice, huh?
So all they did was just like charge $60 to come and show you around the tiny home for 30 minutes.
Yep.
And so they were making like killer money, and they were just booked because they're in a big city and everyone wants to learn about how it's set up. So they just gave a little tour, and these people just made money by having a tiny home and showing it. It's an interesting business model.
4243, we'll start 1141.
Oh yeah, I understand. Oh my gosh.
She's a little upset right now because she got left behind.
43, 10, 12, 9.
I'll try to send her some positive energy. I mean, even if there are deeper things going on with her, like, yeah, that's not a good position to be in. It's a very vulnerable position to be in. But it also causes, like, a ruckus, too. Is this something you need to go tend to?
No, another unit's out with her right now.
All right.
They started an ambulance for her. It's way over on the 97 going to
Man,
Falls, Oregon.
I can't imagine. It's a lot like, you know, doctors and nurses, in my opinion. It must be hard not to take some of that home with you. I'm sure over time you learn to, like, decompartmentalize it, but...
Dead people. See a lot of dead people. A lot of fatalities.
Oh, because you're a highway patrol officer?
Yeah. It's never fun cleaning up somebody's dead body. That's the part you never really get used to.
I mean, if you don't mind me saying, I think it's good that you don't get used to it. Not that it's comfortable.
You know, if you like stuff like that, you got some problems.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, for sure. I'm way too sensitive. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. There's certain fields where, like, I feel like I might do well in, but it kind of makes me wonder how someone like you, obviously you're very compassionate about not just picking me up, but the way you picked me up. And there's got to be a lot of difficulties, I'm sure,
Oh yeah.
with dealing with that stuff.
We got to treat everybody with kindness, right? But everybody we come in contact with, we don't know if they want to kill me or not.
Exactly. Even after like us, like 20 minutes, you still never know.
You're not gonna kill me, right?
No, sir.
Okay, because I got a son to go.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're more well trained than I am. I'll kill mosquitoes, but I haven't killed a spider in like 20 years plus.
Yeah, when I get a fly or something in my house, I always try to catch it and put it back outside.
I can feel that, honestly, yeah.
Everybody's got the right to live, man.
There's actually insect rights activist movements. Which at first is kind of funny, but then you're like, wow, I guess, they are creatures, huh?
The what?
There actually are insect rights activists.
Oh, really?
Which at first instinct is kind of funny, but, again, they are creatures.
Crickets. I got a lot of crickets coming in my house now. My roommate freaks out.
Made it seem like he was just by himself, or tried to, right?
Well, the sleeping bag was tied up with rope, so he couldn't have done it himself.
Yeah. I guess when you're freaking out, you miss certain details, which makes people like your job easier, I'm sure. But man. That's Mount Ashland, isn't it? Right there?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, we're almost to state line.
We're actually at the state line when we see this little green paddle marker. Where'd it go? Somebody knocked it over.
Yay, and then I'm legal.
Yeah, actually the state line's somewhere right in here, not up here.
I see.
You pull up GPS, and if you're over the 42nd parallel, you're in Oregon.
Wow.
We ended 41999999999. So this line is false according to GPS.
I see.
There's a really cool cabin over there.
Is there? To the left?
Yeah, below Mount Ashland. It's still in California. It's called Donamore Cabin.
Yeah?
Built back in the freaking old days, man.
Donamore?
Yeah.
You rented or?
No, they got a little register in there, a little map, a little plaque.
Cool.
Telling the history of it.
So like more of like
Pacific Crest Trail goes right by it.
Like a historically preserved monument?
Yeah, they've rebuilt it a couple times. The family lives in Ashland.
Wow.
Look it up on the website and it's pretty neat.
Donamore. Yeah. How nice of someone to whoever, the family, to donate it.
Yeah, they get groups together and they go up and fix it back up and do improvements to it from time to time. They do have like a volunteer kind of a deal.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
So does the PCT ride that ridge to the left?
Yeah, the trail goes right up through there. You need to get over. Got it open there. Cool. Alright, now you can walk wherever the heck you want to walk.
Oh, man. Thank you so much.
That definitely helped you out about 30 miles of walking.
Yeah, man. Yeah. May I shake your hand?
Yep.
Thank you
Good
so
luck,
much.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day.
Yep, I'm trying.
Bye. Bye, thank you so much. And that is that. How about it? Yes, sir.
On-ramp to get back on.
Oh.
Down here.
Thank you for the tip. Thank you. I mean, I've never been picked up hitchhiking by a police officer, let alone twice in one day. The first one gave me a warning. He was very kind. The second one, I wasn't breaking a law, and he just gave me a straight ride like 30 miles. Wonder what these cars think. Maybe they'll pick me up and I'll just get another straight ride. Cop just dropped me off. That's so funny. I'm trying to like manage a time lapse at the same time as doing this. Oh, I got someone. Here we go. Must have seen the cop dropping me off.